Hey, what is up guys? This is Cobb and it is time to activate Darth Cobb mode and delve into some of the secrets that only the Sith knew to maximize our clan versus clan points. I've been looking forward to this. Let's do this, man. First and foremost, man, the first 30k points we're going to get right away are going to be from the Alice chase. This is on the free-to-play account, by the way. We're going to be starting off on the free-to-play account, and bam! Grab an Alice for 30k total points right there. We're going to go ahead and pretend to share this post on Facebook real quick, and then just close that other tab on my other screen. We don't need to be getting involved in all of that, and getting all kinds of free rewards that way. Lovely. So first thing we're going to do, and we will be switching it over to the main account as well as this tournament goes on. We've got a crap load of legendary and epic skill books to be spending over there, but the first thing we're going to do is go into the CVC objectives and see what's up. So we've got some campaign objectives getting bonus points right here. That means it could be a great time to go ahead and farm up some levels in campaign on your fusion component champions, right? The Sabbather for the Mad Hatter fusion. Very, very good time to be getting that done. Or just some general champion training. Even though there's not like a champion training event going on right now, campaign, just a good one to farm. And then we've got Iron Twins and Faction Wars objectives, which a little bit weird events to be getting some bonus points in. Sadly, no plus points on Forge objectives, or no bonus points either on dungeon, like event dungeon objectives. I was really hoping for that one, as there is a tournament going on right now. But frankly, because those CVC objectives, like those bonus objective things, are kind of crappy for the CVC. Like, yeah, you should still be doing them and get the bonus points where you can, of course. I feel like our focus really should be, and your focus, I guess, should also be on overlapping CVC objectives with the current events that are going on, in particular the Artifact Enhancement event. This one is going to be really big. I've actually still got all kinds of free stuff to farm up anyway in this on the free-to-play account. And just by upgrading and ascending artifacts on my nerds on this free-to-play account, we're just going to be getting all kinds of free points from that as well, right? So we're double dipping between the CVC tournament points coming in and the artifact enhancement rewards. So make sure that if you've got any artifact upgrading to get done, that you're going to get that done today. Might as well just lob this shield up, I suppose, unless I've got anything better. To be honest, if we can hit like a double speed roll or something on this shield, I'd rather. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Screw it, man. Screw it. I haven't got much silver to go around on the free-to-play, so I don't want to get too crazy with the artifact enhancement upgrades, but our Farrakhan the Fat looking nice and fast, given that we're like 3 months in on this account or something. And we're going to be getting to dumping some skill books into this guy in just a little bit. But TLDR, man, get your artifacts upgraded today. Additionally, if you're using any artifacts on any of your main champs, like my Kale right here, that you have not yet ascended, right, using the Sand Devil's oils, now is also the time to do that. You might as well roll these up and see where the stats go, and if you like the look of them, yeah, you get some tournament points just from ascending up your gear as well. So great time to be ascending your gear as well as upgrading it. And oh my word, I just saw that my Staltus actually has boots that we can go ahead and roll up here that have actually ascended up into speed, which is just crazy good. So we're going to go ahead and throw some oils into this one, at least until we run out. Just free tournament points everywhere, dude. Now, even on my free-to-play account, I do have myself at least one copy of the Dawncaller Sabbather. So even though I'm not doing the Mad Hatter fusion on the free-to-play account, I'm definitely going to be building out this champion. And so now is a great time for me to jump into campaign, get those bonus points, and farm some levels on this gal. Maybe even take her up to 5 stars during the CVC at least. Because, yeah, she's by far the best reviver I've got on my account by a lot. I'm planning, I think, on building her out for use in, you know, Chimera. She's bringing that good old 4-turn cooldown revive when fully booked up, and we're going to be doing what we can to book her up as well during this video. She brings a 3-turn cooldown, increased defense, and increased attack, both strong versions as well on the A2. Just a fantastic champion, so I'd highly recommend, even if you're not doing the Mad Hatter fusion, make sure that you are getting your copies of Sabbather, and most importantly during the CVC, use this time to train her up, whether or not you're doing the Mad Hatter fusion or not, to be honest. You might as well cash in while there's bonus points for campaign objectives. Now, before we get to the next batch of stuff that you want to make sure that you're doing in this CVC, if you're looking to join me in my free-to-play adventure on this free-to-play account, make sure that you sign up right now using my beginner promo link. Use my link down below at the top of the video description box to create a new account and get yourself 4 free champions, man, including a starter legendary champion with Corrado Fox Hunter, absolute jack of all trades, pretty damn solid into basically most areas of the game. Good old Corrado, he's going to give you an amazing head start. And my beginner link is just the best way to start a new raid account in 2025, man. So make sure to go ahead and get that done. All right, man, we're going to talk about some more event overlap that's going on right now as well. The reason I'm stockpiling my energy a little bit on the free-to-play and what I'm going to be blasting mostly today after I get, some campaign objectives done is going to be the Queen's Fury tournament. There might not be bonus objective points for this, but this dungeon is such high priority that if you haven't already maxed up and max farmed all of the rewards in the event dungeon as of right now, then now is absolutely the time to get this done. Farm up CVC points, farm up the all-important pinpoint gear, and farm up all kinds of rewards in this dungeon event tournament at the same time. So as things stand right now on my free-to-play account, I can only clear stage 14, which is a little bit sad, and I can clear stage 14 very comfortably. As you can see, I've just got a whole bunch of AoE damage dealers that get all the ads dead very fast, and then the boss follows shortly after. Making the leap up to stage 15 and 16 is so difficult. The ads just don't die, the boss hits way harder, and this just kind of rush down strategy that I'm using with the weaken and the decreased defense and stuff from the Dracomorph, then just a bunch of nukers, isn't working out so hot. I'm hoping that I can go ahead and ascend my Staltus up to 6 stars levels of ascension during the CVC as well, because that's also going to be some free points, and we're going to get to the tavern in just a second. But that will let me equip a crit damage amulet on the guy, as well as a banner, and really bolster up his damage by a lot. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to farm some higher stages of this event dungeon that way. First things first, when it comes to CVC, right now is the best possible time to be ascending your champions as well, and so finally I'm going to get to max ascending Dracomorph, ascending legendary champions. This is the only time in all of Raid where you want to be max ascending your champions is during CVC, because it's just like a whole blob of points, and you can ascend up champions during things like champion training tournaments, and you still get some points for that, I think, but it's just nowhere near as high value as getting the points during CVC. I just think the conversion rate is just a billion times better. So yeah, make sure you are doing that. Next up, man, skill books. I can finally fully book out good old Farrakhan. Now I'm hoping I can not have to get a skill book to roll into his A1. We've actually spent a bunch of bucks in him already and managed to not get any cooldown reduction at all, which really sucks. So I'm hoping I can just throw 3 skill books into him here, hit the A2 and the A3 twice. The suspense! What the hell's it doing? What is this? Okay, sip of coffee for good luck. Come on. Don't go into that A1, dudes. Don't do it to me. No! One went into everything. Okay, well, we've got to spend 1 more buck into the Farrakhan. And this is obviously just a whole bunch of free points right here as well. We'll be coming in very quickly if we weren't just, I don't know, lagging for some reason. What is this? Oh, there we go. Okay, lovely. Finally, a fully booked up Farrakhan the round. This is going to be incredible. And while we're here, no! Crap! Okay, we can't actually fully ascend up the Farrakhan just yet, but okay. What we're also going to be doing in terms of upgrading skills is my next batch of epic skill tomes. I'm going to preemptively start to funnel these into Sabbatha. Honestly, this champion's champion reviews are 4.4s, 4.5s and stuff in the most areas of the game. Nonsense, okay? This is one of the top 5 epics in the game. She's exceptionally good. Okay, top 5 might be pushing it a little bit, actually, because you're considering the likes of, Ugo are up there. And there are just some very good epic champions. But she's definitely in the top 10. Let's just put it that way, right? Excellent champion. I'm more than happy to go ahead and dump all of these skill books into Sabbatha and really hope that they go into the A3. No way, dude. I can't believe it. They all go into the A1. Why am I so unlucky? Oh, look at all of the cooldown reduction we could have got. Oh my god, dude. Dude, I've been demoted from Sith Lord to Padawan. No, to Youngling. And Anakin's knocking at the door, man. It ain't good for us. Oh my god, this A1 is not great. That's like the worst possible rolls that we could have got by a lot. Okay, as for the legendary skill tomes, I think we're gonna go ahead and throw these into Staltus. I need a big wave controller champion. He's a great nuker. I'll be using him in arena at least for the longest time, if not a whole bunch of wave content. His A1 also has some 10 meter decrease as well on a double hitter, so I'll probably even find some use for him in Finite as well. So I think he's going to be my next legendary that I'm going to start to slowly book on up. So yeah, let's get it done, shall we? This is all kinds of points right here as well. Legendary books worth a lot, so that's 9,000 points just for free. As for the rare skill tomes, I don't really know what to do with these. Oh yeah, I do. My rare skill tomes, and I recommend that you do this as well if you're very, very early game, like I am on this account. What you want to be doing is taking your rare books and try and book out any rare champions you have on your account that bring a revive to the table, right? Haruspex is one of these champs. I'm going to go ahead and ascend him up as well, just so that he actually unlocks his revive, which wasn't a skill that was available until just now. But if I could just put one book into Haruspex at a time and get it to hit his... Oh my god, very first book, we get to hit his revive right away. We're good. I don't think any of his other skills, I mean, it's fine. His A2 is fine, right? We might come back and like book up this A2. It's not bad. Some 10 meter fill is great on a 310 cooldown, actually. But we don't need to book out his A1. It's just pointless, right? We're just trying to book out these revives for use in faction wars, because at the end of the day, I'm probably going to be using these rare champion revivers, man, like Torlog, who actually needs a couple of books into his A3. I'm going to be using these guys for a long, long time to come. And actually, Torlog is a champ I built up to 50 and put him in just some very, very high HP and just tanky gear on my main account. He's awesome. He's crazy good, man. I like still use him on the main account, and I'm using him right now on the main account to get 3 stars on all of the stages for Skinwalker Faction Wars. We're getting very, very unlucky with the book rules here. None of them going into the A3 at all, so it looks like we might end up just incidentally, fully booking out the Torlog before finally getting the cooldown reduction on his A3. And that's why you want to take it one at a time, man, and don't be too hasty. Just throw all of your books in. Sometimes you get very, very lucky, like Haruspex, and sometimes, yeah, you get Torlogs, and, well, being very economical with your skill tomes is needed when you get unlucky, like in the case of Torlog right here. Now, a final event that you might also want to blast during this CVC is the Sand Devil 10 attack tournament that started off just today. Of course, there's going to be Ice Golem starting tomorrow for the Mad Hatter Fusion, so that's going to be great as well. But if you are a little bit of a whale, or you've got a crap load of gems lying around and you can afford to blast Sand Devil as well as the event dungeon and get all of these rewards farmed up, at least like spend the get enough from the Sand Devil 10 attack to get the 3,000 tournament points and get the red rock. Great. Go ahead and do that as well. This is going to get you some CVC points too, and you're going to get to double dip into these. I feel for most players out there, certainly on this free-to-play account, I'm not going to be touching this, and I think that that's fine, right? The event dungeon, the Queen's Fury tournament, is so much more high priority that the Sand Devil 10 attack is really an afterthought for, you know, the spenders or just the more late-game accounts that, can afford to get both of these done. So next thing we're gonna get to is, oh god, of course, the Great Hall. Hang on, hold the phone, man. How many of these can I upgrade? Only one. There can only be one. Okay, fine. I've got most of my champions in Magic Affinity that do a lot of work on the account, so let's go ahead and upgrade this. Yeah, make sure that you're spending your Great Hall medals. It's free tournament points right here as well. I almost forgot about that one actually, but yeah. Next up, we're gonna go into our forge building and get a little bit of crafting done. I can't craft the best gear in the world. I am tempted to go ahead and throw some charms, at least the rank and rarity charms, on just the 4 and 5 star gear that I can craft here for perception, because the set is so good, and because my gear kind of sucks on the free-to-play account. I wouldn't normally recommend that you do this. Obviously, you want to be holding onto your charms, your rank and rarities and stuff for 5 and 6 star crafts of good and limited sets. If you can, the harder the set is for you to farm, the more you want to be spending your rank and rarity charms on it. It's just like a general rule. Whereas perception gear on my main account, for example, I can craft like 1,000 pieces of 5 and 6 star gear. I wouldn't be spending my rank and rarity charms on this, but I'm going to consider it on the free-to-play account at least. But one thing that you do also want to be doing is taking all of your crappy materials and just crafting these in batches of 10 without spending any rank and rarity charms, right? It's just going to give you a little bunch of tournament points for every batch that you craft. It's basically all going to be crap gear, so you just sell it all off. Plarium, when are you going to add the auto sell button to the goddamn forge, man, or some kind of like loot filter to the forge? I hear that it's on the way, that it's in the works, but right now you have to sell everything manually, which really sucks, especially if you're playing on phone, like tapping away at your screen, every little item like that. Oh my god, I can't even believe how how sad that would be. But yeah, this is just a fantastic way to earn yourself a boatload of silver, right? You earn all kinds of cash by doing this. Ooh, speed? You know what? I'm actually going to hold on to those, man. 4-star speed boost with perception, even if the substats aren't so good. Actually worth holding on to. But yeah, you earn all kinds of silver by doing this. Lovely. I will actually get rid of that. I'm going to be a little bit strict with myself here. Oh, God. But this is accuracy and speed and defense percent. Okay, fine. We'll keep that. But yeah, and all kinds of CVC points as you go by doing this. It's also a great way to just clear out. Like, if you're on, like, your main account, for example, and you've got thousands of just suboptimal crafting materials, like resilience and stuff, like, not the best set in the game, right? This is a great way to just empty your storage of resilience crafting mats and make all kinds of silver as you do it. And again, like forging artifacts in Raid, CVC is the only time where you get any rewards at all for doing it, right? So CVC is the time to be engaging with your forge building anyway. And alright, man, I'm gonna go ahead and switch onto the free-to-play account on my phone and get those event dungeon battles queued up. Let's switch on over right now in this video to the main account. Oh my god, man, before I do that, I just want to say I checked on the members panel right now for the CVC on my free-to-play account. Look at how many people pulled Alice before the CVC started. You can tell who did, right? Because, like, dude, there's like 4 of us at the top with all kinds of points doing great, and then you scroll on down and like everybody else should have at least 30,000 points if they pulled their Alice during the CVC. All of these guys pulled Alice before the CVC started, dude. Oh god, which shouldn't be too unexpected. There's a lot of beginner players here, man, but hopefully my video reached you guys to hold on to the Alice and make sure that you only pull your Alice the Wanderer when the CVC starts. I uploaded that video like 3 days ago or something. It actually ended up like 22,000 views or something, which is crazy good. As far as my channel goes, you know? So hopefully that reached you guys. Okay, let's switch on over to the main account. And oh my god, man. Look at how close this is on the main account, dudes. When I first woke up, it was 1.6 million versus 1.6 million. We're starting to wiggle ahead just a little bit, man, in the GL bootcamp. It's going great, but yeah. Right now on the main account, it's just really going to be a time for me to spend a little bit of time in the tavern. And first and foremost, I'm going to do something that I recommend that you do not do, which is, well, first of all, I'm going to take Alice. We're going to just funnel 52. Actually, no, we're not. No, we're not, man. We're going to go even further than that, man. We're going to take, I think it's more economical. Okay, now I was going to use a barrel. Never mind. I am going to go ahead and do this. The only reason I'm training up my Alice to max rank, and we're going to go ahead and throw the chickens in and everything. The only reason I'm doing any of this and getting some free tournament points as I go in the tavern is because there's a video coming up a little bit later on today where we're going to be taking the Alice and building her out and, yeah, suggesting a build for you guys to use as you eventually get your own Alice and level her up and stuff, because honestly she's a great early to mid game, I'd say. Damage dealer and nuker, she's going to be fantastic for you in arena at the very least for a long time. Solo champion, man. What the hell, dude? She's actually got the little rabbit on her back. How did I never notice that? I could just see it now swinging around over there, dude. So, yeah. I'm literally just going to fully build out the Alice. First and foremost. Legendary books and everything. This is just a content creator thing. But, again, just like before, you do want to be spending all of your bucks and getting all of your champion ascension and stuff done during the CVC. And so there it is. That's 36,000 points right there, as it were. I've also got some other champs as well that I also do want to build out genuinely for upgrades on the account. One of them is finishing booking out the Necmor Thars A2, which is going to give him a little bit of extra cooldown reduction. Those all-important cooldown reductions. Unbelievable champion. Very excited to see what I can get done with this guy for the current week of Hydra. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to use Necmor. And additionally, a new addition to the street, as it were, Wallmaster Athorian. Yeah, I'm just going to fully book this guy as well. Frankly, this is going to be a eternal Hydra champion on this account. Probably the best Hydra damage dealer in the game. And so, let's go. Well, best Hydra damage dealer in the game. That might be pushing it a little bit, but not really. He's in the conversation because his damage is so unbelievable, and he brings such powerful utility to the table as well with decreased attack and block buffs. Also doesn't trigger counter attacks as well with a bunch of his skills too. Just a great champion overall, and likewise, we're going to fully ascend Warmaster Authorian. There's just some unbelievable upgrades. Oh, what it is to just have crazy resources on this main account compared to the free-to-play, you know? Another champion that I'm going to fully ascend up right now, which I'm going to be featuring in an upcoming video sometime in the coming days, is going to be Ethelyn. This guy right here, dude, potentially a pretty decent budget-ish option, because he is a void epic, so he's still gonna be quite tough to get, but I'm really curious to see how this humble little guy can do into Chimera Clan Boss in terms of maximizing how many trials you're activating during the Chimera fight. So once again, we're just gonna go ahead and fully buck him up, because this guy is gonna be, it's like for the purposes of a video, right? So yeah, some more content creative behind the scenes action for you guys here, you know what I'm saying? In terms of actual account progression, another champ that we got to go ahead and fully book up is going to be a Kemptum. This guy right here, man, might single-handedly be able to push me all the way to maxing out my faction wars for Skinwalkers. A Kemptum, incredible champion. All kinds of AoE damage, poison, hex debuffs, all of that good stuff. And yeah, getting the cooldown reductions on his AoE skills going to be very big for us indeed. Now, if you're wondering how I have like so many books that I can just go ahead and just throw them away willy-nilly like this into, for example, my Fennax, who I haven't even leveled up yet, but he's empowered up and ready to rock and roll, and he's a great champion, so I'm happy to do this. Obviously, we spend on this main account. That's, I mean, it's obvious, right? That's gotta be obvious. But second of all, you gotta understand, the only time I ever spend bucks ever on this account is during personal rewards CVC, right? The like the non-personal rewards CVCs, I go way softer than this. I focus on all of the grindy stuff. I might spend like some rare and epic tomes sometimes if I need to, but for the most part, I'm not spending a goddamn thing in terms of bucks, unless the personal rewards comes by. Alright, Husk is empowered up as well, and so this is another champ I will eventually be building out in the future, so let's go ahead and throw the bucks into him. And just from our good work so far in these first few hours of the CVC, we've already got half of the points that we need to max out our tier 6 milestone rewards on this main account, so lots of grinding to be done. It's basically same deal on this main account. I'm going to be blasting the hell out of the Queen's Fury tournament. Stage 24 is what I'm farming for the most part. I can clear stage 26, but the clear time is real long. Not a mega optimal team, and I'm not even sure it's worth farming stage 26 over 24 in terms of like energy costs and stuff, because it takes an energy bump. And of course, I'll be doing everything that I can to farm up the campaign objective bonus points, as well as all of the rest of them, and do a little bit of forge crafting as well. But for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and leave you guys to your own CVC action. So as always, good luck with your CVCs, boys. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, if you're looking to start off a new raid account in 2025, man, get a clean start, make sure to use my beginner promo link, which is down below at the top of the video description box, to get the best start imaginable with a free legendary champion and then some additional free epic champs as you level up your account. And come to think of it, with Alice as the login reward champion, oh my god, you're gonna have 2 crazy legendary damage dealers to kickstart your account. It really is just an unbelievable time to start a new raid account. Alright, man, I'm gonna catch you guys just a tad bit later.